Peter Thiel built his empire on public tech, but Dialog operates in the shadows, designed as a digital vault for the world's highest power brokers. We are talking about an elite roster of over 12,000 verified venture capitalists, Silicon Valley billionaires, and policymakers sharing a single enclosed digital space. The conversations happening inside this hidden room involve more than just casual networking. These are the back-channel negotiations that shape global economic patterns and dictate future legislation. When you cater to a clientele that handles national secrets and trillion-dollar market caps, military-grade cybersecurity becomes the mandatory baseline for every communication. For the people logging into Dialog, the actual software mattered less than the ironclad guarantee of total secrecy. That guarantee evaporated overnight. A sudden massive exposure event dumped their private account names, their personal email addresses, their direct phone numbers, and profile pictures of those elite members directly onto the public web. Dialog's crisis management team immediately went to work. They officially claimed that a highly advanced, coordinated team of hackers had successfully penetrated their defenses. However, that story of a sophisticated cyber siege served only to mask a humiliating operational reality. This digital fortress stood up to outside threats only to be undermined from the inside by an amateur-level oversight. The independent tech journalists at Wired conducted their own investigation, and they completely dismantled Dialog's public relations narrative. Their primary conclusion was simple: no firewalls were bypassed and no brute force penetration ever occurred. To understand what actually happened, we have to look at this diagram showing an Application Programming Interface, or API. This functions as the operational doorway between a company's secure database and the public internet. Dialog's administrative team made a catastrophic error. Through a simple misconfiguration, they forgot to put an authentication lock on this specific doorway. Without that lock to check credentials, anyone on the internet who could generate a basic HTTP request could simply walk up to the website and ask for its backend data. The server, seeing an open door and a perfectly formatted request, obediently handed over the complete, unencrypted member list without triggering a single alarm. Dialog relied on high-end encryption to court investors, but even the best cryptography fails when the front door is left wide open. High-level security systems rarely fail because of elite cyber warfare units. Instead, they collapse under the weight of a single, silent instance of human administrative oversight. Once the technical mechanics of the failure are clear, the focus shifts to the immediate geopolitical consequences of the exposed data. This animated map recontextualizes the leak. This data represents a functional, real-time map of global influence. With this data out in the open, ordinary citizens can directly trace which Silicon Valley executives actively share private channels with specific lawmakers. The invisible strings of policy influence and interest group pressure are suddenly dragged into the light, completely mapped for anyone to see. It raises a serious question about the viability of any digital secret society moving forward, as a single API error can permanently unmask every member inside. A user base controlling trillions of dollars in wealth was brought down by an incredibly cheap, mundane coding mistake. The Dialog leak reveals a harsh truth for the 21st century. The ultimate vulnerability of the ultra-wealthy remains the unavoidable reality of human error.